What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It's Friday. We're chilling. We're watching the markets, guys. We're seeing a bounce right now. We're going to be talking about what's happening, what we've gone through, what's currently happening, and what we could look forward to here shortly, guys. Before I jump into everything, I do want to do my introduction kind of thrown off because I'm sitting at the lobby here at the hotel, and I can hear a lot of people walking by. But my name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. I'm accompanied by my partner Nick and a few other Discord members today. We're going to be jumping on into everything, like I said. But before we do, if you guys would do us all a humongous favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your auntie, your mother, your sister, your brother, the person that you don't like sitting next to you, everybody that you know, because the more people that see these videos, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets, and that's a win-win for everybody. So guys, take a quick second, like the video again, like I said, and please subscribe. These are the most important times to be connected and linked in on what's happening, guys. Throughout the bear market, those that stick around, those that keep themselves informed are the people that are going to come out on top, guys. So again, do everybody a favor, and including yourself a favor, by liking this video and subscribing. Nick, how's your day going?
It's wonderful, man.
Bren, how's your day going?
Pretty good so far.
Grit, you know, you've been up since forever. How's your day going?
My longer than a day is great.
My last 48 hours have been great. I guess let's just go ahead and jump on into things, guys. I can't really see, admittingly, the chat all too well. So if you guys can keep me informed about what's happening there, I'd appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump on into the Bitcoin chart. We're on the 24-minute instead of the day today, guys. And I want to show you guys that we bounced. We bounced pretty well since last night. What was this? Yeah, there's what, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. We have bounced so far up to 21.25%. That's massive. That is a massive good bounce. Well, guys, I guess this is going to be more of a round table kind of day today. Let me ask you guys, before I give you guys my opinion, what do you guys think about this bounce? Nick? Right?
It's the relief rally before we continue down.
You think
That's
it's
what
the
it
relief?
feels like. Yeah.
How about you, Brad?
I feel the exact same way, like judging off what you were showing me yesterday on the charts and what me and Nick have talked about. Also, just from looking back at, 2018. I'm also biased because I haven't bought anything yet, so I hope it is.
You're wanting it to come back down.
Yeah.
Grits, what do you think, man? You think this is a relief?
Yeah, this is for sure. It's gonna come back down. I'm not sure what the day of the next rate hike is, but I would be anticipating that.
That is a when is this? Anybody know the next meeting for the Fed? What's up, B? Peck. Oh, I should say this, guys. I forgot. Good morning, all client facts. Matt, everybody in chat. Peck, guys. Bulu, guys. Welcome. Thank you guys for all being here. Really do appreciate it. I'm just lagging behind for some reason in this. It must be. I don't know. I think this is good Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. But I you know what? I said it yesterday. I kind of agree. It is really interesting. Like, let's go ahead and take a look. We're on the 24-minute again, kind of different, right? You guys know I don't like these lower time frames, but the lower time frames right now, to be honest with you, look like the momentum's with us. Obviously, we can see it on the lower time frames. Right now, we have a trigger buy signal on market cipher B. We also show that the momentum with, or the RSIs, the RSIs are kind of just doing their thing, kind of like sitting here composing themselves, and it does look like it's going to keep turning back up a little bit. We are a little bit overextended with the RSIs on the 24-minute, but again, that's 24 minutes, so I don't put a lot of weight into the lower time frames. But our clouds or the momentum waves are rising, and they do look like they're kind of holding right now. It's really, really bullish if we can get back over, or at least hold, the $29,000 to $31,000 price point for Bitcoin, because that would get us right back in. Again, let's take a look at this on the daily. If you guys can see here, that would get us right back into this lower level, this once was, can't speak today, which was once resistance on the chart, this white line right here. If we can come back up here and kind of hover around it and just stick around there, that would be actually extremely good for Bitcoin. If we fail that, then it's just going to be a failed rejection off, which was once, a previous resistance, and that would just kind of like again strengthen that whole narrative, that whole downturn even more. So hopefully we actually do close in a green candle today on the daily time frame. We have about 9 hours and 38 minutes left to close a green candle. Now, excuse me, the interesting thing down here on the daily time frame for market cipher B is, check it out, guys. We have 2 out of 3 things that I really like. I like the RSIs right now. I like the double green dots that we have here. I love how deep we are on this anchor wave, guys. This is super deep. This is like really looking like this is the daily. The last time we got this deep was back here in 2020. That was the Corona dump. This was the Corona dump. That was a black swan event. So like maybe again, good time to start possibly DCAing, guys. I've been saying it for a long time that I think 28 to 30,000, $31,000 is going to be like the flooring position. Look at how we have right here. Same thing I've been sharing with you guys for a long time as well. Fix this. Look at how we have ourselves again in that golden pocket. Yes, we did. This is kind of interesting. You got to prepare yourself for the worst case scenarios. And I will say UST Luna definitely did nobody any favors at all. And, this was a huge, these last 2 days right here was insane and definitely moved the market much more than probably what it would have done on its own. God, look at this, guys. Look at this. Like in the past 2 days, this isn't going to be exact. In the past 2 days, 27% move from Bitcoin, and that was basically motivated by what was happening with Terra Luna. So we are finding ourselves, with the dust settling and whatnot, right on this golden pocket, which is between the 0.618 and the 0.65. That is a good thing. That's a really good thing. Again, we need to watch to see if this actually closes on a green candle. Now, right now, this, we look at this candle right now, guys. It's just a smash candle. Like we have more wick. It looks like, if I'm just like gauging, it looks like we have a lot of resistance getting met right here, and equal buying support. Kind of looks like it's just pancaking right now with this candle. So maybe again, I gotta stick with my thesis. I think that we are probably gonna fail this and come back down. I was talking to you guys yesterday as well, and I'm still sticking with my thesis about how this looks like right here. This looks like we're right here in the charts, guys. It looks like we're doing the same thing that we did back here. How we came down, we turned around, had a good little bounce, a little relief rally, and it looks like we're kind of doing that same thing right here on the charts. And I do think, like I said, with the environment happening in the markets, with what the Fed's doing, next month, we're going to see like anywhere between another 50, hopefully a little bit less, but another 50 rate hike on the basis points. And then we're going to start seeing things settle off. We're going to start seeing 25, maybe even less than that in the next couple of months following. That will lead us into Q3, Q4, and then we're going to start seeing a pretty good rally again coming to the end of the year. But I do think that, if things don't necessarily repeat themselves but rhyme, we are going to be going through this right here. And currently we're in this little section of it. What do you guys think about that? Everybody in the chat right now, the voice chat with me. Does that make any sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
I fully believe that, guys. One, and there's a couple of reasons why I also think that. That's not just me like with my feelings or whatnot. So if you guys have been paying attention to the Feds, you guys have been paying attention to what they've been saying and what they've been promising, you guys will see that it all kind of matches up to what they usually do at the end of the year. They want the markets to close on a high note on the end of the year, because that just sheds a good light on not only the administration but the Fed themselves, and it also.
Hey, Tank, I think your mic is cutting out.
Is it cutting out? Hold on one second. How's that sound? A bit better? No? Yes?
Yeah, you've been coming clear on my side the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I haven't heard any cutouts.
Okay. Chat, let me know. Definitely let me know, guys. I'm definitely on Wi-Fi. We're at the Ritz. Changing. Look like everybody just walking by right now. So it could be everybody on break right now on Wi-Fi as well, kind of taking up my back. Get off, effers! I'm running a show here. Get off the Wi-Fi. Anyway, but that's what I'm thinking is happening again, and I do also think again, there's other things that go into factoring this, guys. I do also think with the supply demand that, with everything that's going out right now from China, from Shanghai, from the ports there, I do think that they're going to be opening up over the next couple of months as well. Their COVID restrictions are going to kind of get more lax. Right now, they're still pretty heavy, and the ports are pretty congested still right now. But I do think once those supply demands and manufacturing demands start actually, coming back to the States and start getting met, again, a lot of things are going to start turning around for us, guys. It was rough, but this is what a bear market, this is what a true bloody bear market looks like. I've been through a few of these in crypto and in the traditional market, and I told you guys yesterday. I don't want to keep preaching to you guys, but if you guys zoom out when in doubt, take a look at the Dow Jones on the weekly. Actually, you can only do this on the monthly because we have so much on the monthly or so much charting to look at. What do we do, guys? You guys got to remember, fiat money is not backed by anything. Eventually, once they settle everything down, they will start printing again. There's not going to be as much. We're not going to see these big parabolic runs anymore. But guys, the market will turn around. The Nasdaq, guys, look. Who's laughing now? You guys ever watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force? I can't say that.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Milkshake. Who's laughing now? Like, I love it. But guys, I've been sharing with you guys on the daily, right? The 200 SMA strategy. Everybody, all you trolls that probably still watch the channel, I know you guys are here lurking in the background. I get those messages all the time. Who's laughing now? I've been telling you guys, that's crazy. That's ludicrous. It's not going to come down there. What I say? It's going to happen. SPX, guys. Let's go ahead and zoom out, right? What I say, we could come down. I said this so many times. We could come down here, not necessarily get all the way there. We could look at it, glance, and then pull away. That's the area you guys should be watching out for. And I told you guys the DCA strategy. Can't tell you guys what to do, but I've been telling you guys what I've been planning on doing with some of these traditional stocks and cryptos. Anyway, I'm not going to preach anymore. If anybody has any questions, let Bren, Nick, Ritz know in chat, guys. We'll address it on the stream. I'm going to move on to Ethereum, though. This isn't a 90 boo-boo, I told you so stream, guys. I just kind of, I've been saying it for a while. Look at where we are right now for ETH. Look at where we are. 200 SMA strategy, yet again, making me some money, or hopefully going to be making me some money once we get through this bloody market, guys. Hopefully you guys have been paying attention. Hopefully you guys have been conservative and staring at these levels as well. We're just at, actually, a matter of fact, if we take a look at the charts, again, this is the daily. We wicked straight through it. We actually touched this downwards trend line that I had right here exactly, and now we're pulled away. Not saying that's going to hold up exactly. Like I told you guys, I do think that we're in this section of the Bitcoin chart where we might falter and come down just a little bit more, or at least go sideways and kind of do something janky like this while we go through, what we need to go through before we start turning things around. But look at these levels, guys. If you guys just spot pot some of these levels and you guys were paying attention to the streams, you guys would be very well off right now. I started my first buy. I did my feeler buy. Like I was telling you guys with Ethereum right here. Actually, was just underneath it. 99 boo boo. Stick your head in doo doo. I told you so. But anyway, yeah. I promise you guys, I'm not trying to say, but it's just. Hopefully, you guys come around. You guys pay attention a little bit more. You guys get what I'm saying. 1876. Look for that for a good DCA strategy. We could go lower than that, but if you guys are, conservative traders, you guys have been waiting on the sideline. If UST didn't take everything from you, which again, guys. My heart goes out to you guys. If you guys were doing your best and being conservative and UST F'd you, I don't know what to say about that. That's just such a crappy way to go. I know a lot of people, in us sitting here in chat and voice chat right now, we're affected by it. Such a crappy way to go.
It's too soon, Tank, dude. I'm holding back tears, honestly.
I know. Ab says, brother, no chart work. Bad news come from market crash. Example, UST Luna. What? I don't understand. Brother, no chart work. My charts work. I don't know. But nobody could have saw UST. Some people could have saw UST, to be honest with you. But Matt says, what the hell happened to all the wrapped assets on Terra? one of the few types of terror losses I didn't occur, but man, that must hurt. Yeah, so us here in chat, we were talking about it just recently. And guys, how sad is this? The Luna chart is not even. You can't even. It it halted. It halted, guys. Um,
Oh boy.
Basically, until the chain comes back online, it's gone. Like I don't know how else to say this. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It's gone, guys. Like unless they come to some kind of I don't want to say agreement, some kind of agreed way out.
I don't think there is one.
I really don't think there is either. I would highly suggest that you just come to a realization or conclusion, guys, with yourselves and your financial bags, if you guys are in those positions, that it's a loss right now. I don't see a way out of it, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I really don't see a way out of this. The math just doesn't add up. Like
they can't just restart the chain because the protocol is just minting Luna, and there's billions of Luna out, and now they can't rebrand and fork because that's he's going to go to jail. He's going to get indicted if he does that. So
there's
rocking
no way
a hard
out.
place.
There's no way. The math doesn't work because of the token structure and the way that the looning minting process was all set up. I would swallow that pill, bite that bullet, or stick, or whatever you want to call it with the metaphor, and just count it as a loss, guys. I really would just count it as a loss. It's unfortunate, but they are talking about a few things, and we're going to get to that in a little bit with these Commonwealth threads here. I don't know how much it helps, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of people that were just holding UST, not state or holding Luna, or even just had UST positions waiting for opportunities to buy, or wasn't locking it up for yield and stuff like that, which some of these proposals don't even address that. That just got absolutely destroyed. So, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Altcoin Facts? Let's go and talk about Atom, guys. If you guys don't know, I did some buys yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I've been sharing with you guys for a long time as well. These levels on the chart right here, these fib lines. Again, golden pocket holding up so far. I've been telling you guys that I was going to buy. Man of my word, I bought even more. Nobody knows where the floor is, and I have to sleep. And I am in some platforms that unfortunately don't have limit orders, so I couldn't catch exactly these bottoms. Crimea River, it makes me feel bad every single time, especially not just with Atom, but with Osmosis, with Juno. Oh, I hate that some other people benefited more than me, and I wasn't able to actually be in there with them. Bren, smack me when you see me in person sometime.
You got it, dude.
Yeah. I'm not even joking about that. It'll make me feel better than what that happened. That just makes me feel horrible. Anyway, guys, I've been sharing that with you guys. Take a look at the Golden Pocket. The Golden Pocket is anywhere between $8.55 to $9.24 right now. If you guys would have bought those dips down into the Golden Pocket, even on Osmosis, where the fees are pretty low, you guys know I've been telling you guys this. I've made $500 into $10,000 multiple times, especially when there was no fees. But you can still do it spot trading right now. With these markets, it's risky, kind of degenning, but it's a lot better than actually leverage trading because you can just hold to your spot buy, and just DCA back down further. But if you guys wanted to, you guys bought those really big lows right here, $8.29. Right now, you would be up, so you could sell. So, guys, pay attention to some of the content, some of the things I've been telling you guys. It's up to you guys. I can't tell you guys what to do with your financial purses, but or wallets, but. Looking pretty good right now. Looking pretty good, especially with these wicks right now on the daily time frame. Let me go ahead and take a look right here, guys. We might be printing soon another green dot, but it does look like the RSIs are failing and come back down. It does look like we're having to wait for those double green dots yet again. And again, if my thesis is correct with Bitcoin's price action, guys, everything is correlated right now. We're probably more than likely going to get another opportunity to buy some of these levels. Hopefully it's when I'm awake instead of the middle of the night. Kind of crazy how it's happening again. Like when China used to do things in the middle of the night, not saying it's China, but like how things are happening in the middle of the night when the majority of the market is sleeping. Crazy, right? Crazy coincidences. Everything seems to be crazy coincidences lately.
It's also pretty odd now that they're letting all their higher ups trade it. think
Yep.
that's kind of funny
Well,
at the same time.
yep. Coincidentally, everything just happening at the same freaking time. But yeah, guys. Let me see here. Anything in chat, guys? I held over 2,000 Luna. Oh my gosh, I'll confess. DCA out of the tops and went down holding 300 at the end. Better than holding the whole damn bag. Did great, but sorry for those who did not. Yeah, yeah. Okay, percent like same. Feel bad, guys. I know I personally know people, and I know you guys know people that just, frick,
Yeah.
so bad, so bad. But actually, let's take a look at the 24-minute real quick for Adam. Look at this. I don't know, man. Like, guys, I look at the 24-minute. It's looking still strong. Let's go to the 4 hour. If you guys don't know Jason Casper, I've got a lot of and I was talking to Brent about this last night, and maybe I'll do a show explaining to you guys how I get in and out of positions and what I'm looking for in detail on the charts with Market Cipher. I got to give big shout outs to Jason Casper and his 4 hour, 24-minute correlation strategy for getting in and out of positions. Guys, if the 4 hours looking good, the corresponding time frame that goes along with that 4 hour is the 24-minute when you're looking at the charts. Right now, we have the RSIs coming up. We do have a rounding looking position happening right here, but we are still in a negative. So I'm looking for that to actually give more. If obviously we're not going to get on the 4 hour over the next couple of days, maybe back into the green. But what I'm looking for, if I can't get this, I'm looking for more of an angle like this on the 4 hour chart. More of a steep angle back upwards. Also with the RSIs coming back upwards as well, and then I'll go down to the 24-minute. And if we see the same things being shown as far as the signals go on Market Cipher B, RSIs pointing upwards, maybe a trigger dot, money flow coming in on the 24-minute, that's a good sign that strength is actually happening at those current time frames. And then you could do that again with other time frames as well. If you go up to the 6, you can use the 30. If you go up to the 7, you can use 45. And so on and so forth, going all the way up to the daily. You guys know I like to stick on the daily. But yeah. So for the daily, myself personally, I go to the 1 hour and I correlate it to the 1 and the 2 hour as well. But that's how I've been doing things recently. Now, I will tell you guys, I bought CMDX, I bought Atom, I bought Osmo. I'm not selling them. These are things that I wanted to hold long term anyway throughout the bear market, and these are my first DCAs. So again, I should say these are my first additions to the first round of DCAing. Again, sometimes your thesis has to change. Sometimes you got to be fluid when you see things falling, and that's what me and Brent were talking about yesterday. I only bought 500 Atom on the prior buy when I was telling you guys that on Twitter, and then I was waiting because I should have been doubling up. I'd been telling you guys, I reinforce my positions with more positions, but if the market's looking like it's going to falter again, that doesn't make any sense just to buy it at that level just because you said you're going to buy that level. Wait, if it gives you a better opportunity to reinforce your position at a lower price point, wait a little bit. So that's what I did. Did any of you guys do any buys? Grits? Bren? Are you guys just sitting? Nick?
I'm actually stacking Comdex right now in anticipation for their incentivized testnet.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, did you do their what is it, Academy? Apparently there's some NFT thing you get for that too.
I am still working on their Academy. I started doing the first 2. I don't know if they call them modules or whatever. Yeah, I did, and that's what happened. When I was traveling, I was trying to do it on the plane or whatnot, and it just kept giving me the circle of death, and I was like, I'll just do it later. So I haven't done any more than that, but I shared it on the screen with you guys. I actually did it in a dedicated video of it's an incentivized one too, guys. Like you said, you guys can get your little certificate and an NFT, which again could be beneficial to you guys. But play on their DevNet. Check out, get yourself informed on what they're trying to do by doing their academy as well. And guys, it's just smart. It's just, what else do you guys have to do right now? If you guys aren't buying these levels, play on test nets. Get something for doing stuff, playing around. But guys, right now, I bought these lows. I was so happy so far. I'm buying these lows. And again, I bought a little bit here at 27. I bought a little bit here at 33. Right now we're at 45 cents. I think they're in a great position as far as what their platform is trying to do. And also they have a I want to air quote because it's not out yet, stable coin that they're working on as well. And they're also working on collateralized arm of their platform. I think that's super cool. And again, synthetic assets, I'm super bullish on that, especially through what we're going through right now. So guys, don't sleep on Comdex. The Comdex team is hammering away. If you guys know, I've been telling you guys, I've been talking with them directly, and I have some stuff I'm reviewing right now, and I'll be talking to you guys shortly more about Comdex. I can't tell you guys exactly financially what to do, but I can definitely tell you to look that way. I'm telling you, look that way at Comdex a little bit, guys. Not financial advice, just kind of like subtle suggestions as friend to friend. Let's move back real quickly though and talk about our 10K portfolio. It hurts. Everybody, guys, we're all. Oh, is it not on here? There you go.
How is your SIF chain in there looking? I'm actually getting a bag of SIF chain now.
I might not be able to pull this up because I'm not going to give you guys my info on here. I don't know why it's not linked here, but what does SIF chain look like right now? What does SIF chain look like right now? What's the best one to do it on? Is it markets? What market should I pick here? Juno, SIF chain, Cosmos Hub. Looking pretty good right now. This is just a smaller time frame, guys. Last 24 hours. Actually, let's take a look. It's on Osmosis here. Let's take a look at our baby. I know Nick has been. Nick, you still stacking SIF?
I actually exited my position at 16 cents. So
You going to start stacking it again?
probably.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait.
Yes. So right now, this is the 1 hour. Obviously, like everything else, dying. Looking like it's finding a floor right here, though. Honestly, looking like it's finding a floor right here. This is, guys, look at this. Boom. Guys, I mean, you buy the green. Look at this from right here. You could have got it. You could have got it all the way down here and been up massively right now. Just on Osmosis. I'm feeling like as I'm so focused on the stream, I feel like somebody's like sitting right behind me. You guys let me know if some like crazy chicks or something like that come like.
Oh,
behind me.
there are people walking behind you.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking like there's somebody like leaning over me though. Whatever. They're probably all looking at me like, what the frick is this guy doing? This is the Ritz, guys. This is all snooty people. Even though I'm here, I guess I'm a snooty person too. But like, yeah, they're probably like, what is this guy doing? This guy and his crypto. But yeah, it's actually not too bad. Not too bad. You guys know SIF chain actually for staking. I know it's all over the place. It was stakely.io. SIF chain right now is 207 showing here. What does Kepler show? This is the IBC study, so I don't mind showing you guys this. What is 199.39? So basically 200%. Guys, if you guys can buy the bottom here and then go into staking it and like just ride out the rest of this bear market staking at 200%, that's the play, right? Like that is the freaking degen plays right there, guys. And it's way better to get into those kind of things when you have high rewards, when you have token structures like they have, and you have development, and you have a bridge like Peggy Bridge, which is super cool. Guys, you catch the bottom of that might be the play or the come up. Just like CMDX, guys. If you guys can catch the bottom there and like front run the development and you know and the fear a little bit, those are the DGM plays that I'm into right there, guys. Again, not financial advice. Let's go back and take a look again. CMDX, guys. Let's go to the daily again. Come on, stupid chart. Look, oh my gosh, guys. Could you ask for a better price right now? I don't think so. I mean, you could have got it. Like 21. I feel bad. I was sleeping. I feel bad. Chaz says that's what I'm doing with my Rowan. Guys, that's because you smart. New money, no class. Yeah. No, it's not that I don't have any class. It's just I've come from no money and worked my ass off. Guys, I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, I made a lot of money in crypto, but that's not where like my money comes from personally in my life. Like, but like it's still the same old tank. Like I'll never change, guys. It's I don't know.
I noticed that they got Quick Swap and DFYN pools on SIF chain now. Those are two other crypto exchanges. I actually use one of those for Polygon.
Dude, SIF, like people are sleeping on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people are sleeping on what they're doing. Nick and I have been telling people for 2 months now. 2 months,
Yep.
do you guys need to be looking at what's happening over here with Rowan? Like, obviously right now, right? You could cannot deny the fact that you could get a way better position than what we got into, but you got to be fluid. Like Nick said, he got out of his positions and stuff like that. I benefited massively for being in the pools and still staking a good portion of my Rowan. And I'm just grabbing more and more and more. But guys, Peggy Bridge, they are working on so much good stuff. So
Their
much good
token's
stuff.
deflationary now, right?
Yes. I'd be like, I need to do that as well. So much things I need to do. I need to do a deep dive on, oh gosh, I can never say their acronym. Was it PTMP?
PMPP.
See, I say it backwards all the time. I'm so dyslexic. I need to do a deep dive in for the whole show and stuff like that about their token structure and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, guys, they're incentivizing you dramatically to stop ignoring what's happening on Sif Chain. And I'm all there, guys. I'm all there. Let's move on to some of these things that we need to talk about. We were going to talk about the 10K portfolio, but it's not linked, and I'm not going to get into it, guys. Our good friend Jacob from National, we call him our good friend. We've only had him on once, but guys, I've been following Jacob for a long time. I put a lot of weight into what he says. I think he's one of the better players. Yes, he's controversial. He says he speaks his mind and stuff like that, but I like that kind of stuff. I speak my mind. So Jacob right here had a message for people relaying ghost or zombie chains, if we all know what we're talking about here. But listen.
Hi, and good evening. Whew. Boy, do I have one for you now. Cosmos relayers.
You there?
Don't you even think
Can you not hear it?
about
The mic cut out.
Terra. Okay?
I didn't say
Now,
anything.
I'm
I was
gonna
just being
drop
quiet.
this in the relayer chat. I'm going to go drop this in all the other chats. No! No! Zombie, be gone!
He's so outspoken. He's it's so laggy from the screen that I'm watching. He's so outspoken, guys. But yeah, any of these relayers, any of these I don't even know how they're doing it right now. I have no idea why they would be running on zombie chains right now, on dead chains. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of want to promote his message because I support him. Guys. Let's go into the next thing that we're going to talk about, guys. So if you guys don't know, I'm going to link this in here for you guys to read upon because this is a lot to read upon. They do have proposals on Commonwealth of a rescue program. They do have a de-risking proposal as well on Commonwealth for UST. Again, like Grits and like Nick, and we've said it earlier, I just don't think there's a way out, guys. So you can read all this. If you guys are stuck in a position and you guys have a bunch of, you have to be hopeful and there's nothing else you can do. You're just hoping something happens. I mean, maybe this is something you guys want to read, and I'll cross my fingers, cross my toes, cross my eyes, and wiggle my nose for you guys as well. I really do hope that there's a way that somehow you guys can get benefit from sticking it through, and you guys, whatever it is, if they relaunch something else and they, give at the current time. I know they were talking about in this one, in the rescue program here, I know they were talking about giving Luna stakers at the time of everything that happened, some kind of different token, airdrop to them or whatnot. But then they went into a couple other things where what happens with UST holders that were just holding throughout everything that were also affected and had everything taken from them. You're not gonna give back to them or rescue them. So I don't know. You can read all this stuff. I don't necessarily agree with all of it, and I don't think there's anything that anybody can ever do that makes it right for anybody that got affected as hard as they got affected with the depegging of UST and what happened with Luna. So you guys read it and let us know, guys. Yeah, same thing. I don't like the stake drop for Luna holders. 7% too much of the Juno community. I don't think there's any way to make any of this right. Bren Tank did not catch on as fast as you. My undercover worked on him. What did he say? What, Bren?
So when he said new money, no class, he was being sarcastic, but I think you took it literally because sarcasm gets lost in translation and text sometimes.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I kind of knew you were, but at the same time, I bet people around me, like when they walk by, probably think that. To be honest with you, like look at this guy with his hat backwards and talking about crypto over here. Shit, he doesn't belong. That's what those Ritz people. I promise, that's what those people are like. You should see me ordering breakfast here. Definitely don't fit in. Anyway, going on into one of Sunny's tweets right here. Osmosis, you guys know they're trying to all these platforms that had not just Osmosis, like Crescent and all these other platforms that had their pairings with Luna, with UST for some of their pools and all that stuff. All of them right now are just scrambling, trying to figure out what they can do for their platforms. A little bit kind of late, in my opinion, with what's happening on Osmosis, but there is governance right now for you guys to go vote on. And also, it's kind of weird. I don't, guys, let me know how you guys feel about this too in the voice chat. Um, it's it feels weird to me that we can just like manipulate it or the risk via governance. Like, yeah, like doesn't it feel weird, like to say that all of a sudden just because something bad happened, like now we're changing the rules of the game? Does it feel like they're changing the rules of the game, or does it feel like they're actually trying to like protect everybody else? You guys agree with
I
being able
think
to do this or
I
what?
think they're trying to protect what's left.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
salvage operation, honestly.
I think UST Osmo was like the second biggest pool on Osmosis, which is
Yeah.
why I guess their token's almost $1 now.
Hmm. Hmm.
It bounced back. It was pretty low yesterday after this whole
Oh,
unbonding
it's up.
situation.
It's up to 160. It's not terrible.
Osmosis. Let me
It's
see.
pretty terrible, but
Oh, guys, but this is, oh man, Bren, $1.06. I swear.
Yeah.
I
What
swear.
time? How much was it when I tagged you last night, or said the Osmo price was
I don't
like
know, but I was
tanking?
laughing. If you guys were in the Discord, somebody put the I don't know who it was, but like that guy that wakes up all groggy, that was literally me looking at my phone going, okay, okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm doing it. I just bought me some. Good gosh, guys. I'm still, dude. I'm still bullish on Osmosis, guys. Also, if you don't know, Sunny also put out a tweet asking everybody if Cosmwasm should be on Osmosis. What do you guys think about that?
it should be.
You think so?
They'd be the people to handle it.
I can see that. I can see. What do you think, Brad?
I mean, it's hard to say that they shouldn't be, even though it feels like Sunny really wants Osmosis to become the center of the Cosmos ecosystem, even though it already pretty much is, being like of this massive DEX with insane amounts of IBC transactions and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like adding another layer of like Cosmwasm to it, I feel like it should just stick to being the main DEX. You know, it feels like they're trying to just do too much.
I will
But
say
I mean,
if
I
they
don't know
do,
anything. You know,
if well, I mean, I agree with you. I think. Well, actually, let me ask Nick. Nick, what do you think?
I agree with what Brent said. I think they should just kind of stick to what they're doing
I
and not really. We have Juno, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need to bring another one in.
I think. Well, to be honest with you, I'm 50-50 on it. Like one, I do agree. Like, obviously you add an extra layer, like they were talking about with the Atom Hub and all that stuff. It's just an extra layer of surface that is vulnerable to attacks. But again, they could just rent shared security from the hub as well, and then
I feel like the Osmosis dev team is just way more competent,
they
honestly.
and proactive in a lot of ways. So that, and again, so that's the other part of what I was going to say. I also feel like I agree with Grits. Like if they were a team to pick it up, that would be the team to pick it up. Like,
that's true.
you
Yeah, that's
know,
definitely true.
does it necessarily hurt? I mean, that's one of the things that a lot of people are like, why are we competing with each other? Competition isn't bad. Like we're gonna have multiple AMMs, multiple dexes. Like, yeah, we have Juno, and that is like the Cosmwasm sister hub. If you want to look at it as permissionless smart contracts that way and stuff like that. But like that doesn't mean that we can't also have it on Osmosis. That does it's just more variety, and it's now then it becomes. I'm a firm believer of open market, and I believe that's a healthy. That's the healthiest way to promote innovation, to promote good projects, and yes, it also means that a lot of projects are going to die off because that, you're incentivizing competition, but competition is good for growth and good for the markets, in my humble opinion. When you limit those kind of things, then you get stuck with your limited basket of fruit that just is, that's
And
never
scams are
good.
more prominent.
Yeah, that's not good. So like I'm more of at first I was like, oh, but I kind of lean towards maybe it's maybe they should, maybe they should. What do you guys think in chat? You guys let me know in chat, guys. And also, if you guys have not hit the like button, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please do so. I can obviously it's funny. We talked about it before. We weren't a big channel to begin with, but we were growing. We were getting to like 30, 40 consistent watchers when we were doing just fine. The bear market's gonna weed some people out, guys. People aren't interested anymore. People who don't have positions anymore. We're, every bit matters, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Your guys' support. If you guys haven't hit the like button, you guys are here watching, please consider doing so. It really helps us. It really helps you. It helps everybody, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Also, follow us on Discord, follow us on Twitter, follow everybody else, obviously, as well. Everybody here also has Twitter handles as well. Now is the time to kind of band together and kind of, go through these projects and get informed as we wait for things to turn around. So, yeah, definitely do that, guys. Let's move on into just a couple of other things. Jack, right now, we got to look at the bright side of things. That's all we can really do right now, right? Like, what is the benefit of what just happened throughout these past, about 5 days, 4 days now, or whatever, with Terra? In my opinion, and like Jack here has been saying to a lot of the people that's in the Terra ecosystem, especially the devs, the most bullish and most bright side kind of thing of this, or other side of the coin that we can benefit from all, is the Terra team or the Terra devs in the space could literally just bring all their projects pretty easily over to Juno. If you guys don't know, it matches up pretty closely, and it would be the most ideal and most easy transfer for all of these projects to come into Juno by far. Right now, the talks are from a lot of these devs in the Terra ecosystem is like, where do we go, right? Like, what's the most beneficial way if we're not just going to call it quits and walk away? If we're going to keep building, if we're going to keep doing things, where do we relaunch? Juno. Are you guys bullish on Juno yet? I know we're still going through things, but does that make you guys bullish for Juno? I bought more Juno.
I know. I want to buy more Juno.
I bought more Juno. Guys.
I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I mean, but it makes sense though, right? Like, if you're waiting, just because I bought, guys, I just bought because I don't know what the floor is. I do think if my thesis is right with Bitcoin, we could roll it, guys. I don't know though, man. Look at this. Look at this. This could be the relief rally, and you guys know I don't want you guys to be the relief at anybody's rally. But, if we can get back up to 31 and stay there, you guys also know, like, what is it? The 13th, we're going through an options close today. It's Friday. Don't forget that. A lot of shorts. Actually, let's take a look at this right now too. Hopefully this pulls up, guys. Buy, bit, long, short ratio. Pull up. Take a look at this. 50% long, guys. There's 50% longs right now and 49% shorts on the 24-hour time frame. There's more people going long. I wonder if this is a micro short squeeze. I wonder if this is shorts being overextended on key support levels. Like, guys, I've been telling you, 28 to 30 key support level. Let's take a look at here. Look at this long chart. Holy crap.
Wow, the Asian market, Chinese market is it's like mooning right now. Like Alibaba is almost at 10%. That's probably what's driving the whole market right now.
Look at this, guys. Look at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. They're up 3.26%.
Yeah, I wonder what news is coming out of there.
Oh, didn't they? Okay, also, we shared this briefly. Again, I had to do it real quickly. So Australia just put a Bitcoin stock ETF, or what am I trying to spot ETF? Stock ETF.
Yeah.
Also, China had a recent, again, they flip flop all the time, right? But didn't they just come out and say that now they are like allowing Bitcoin and Ethereum?
It's protected.
It's protected now. That's right. And there was
Yeah.
also another tweet that I saw. Again, this could be the catalyst, right? I don't know. I don't know if this is actually it. But there was another tweet that I saw where I forget where it was, but they were saying that if you held Bitcoin or Ethereum for 1 or 2 years, I forget what it was, then you could sell it tax free. You could sell. I don't forget. I don't know if it was Sweden or Germany or something
It
like
was
that.
Germany.
Was it Germany? Yeah. So
Yeah.
like now, guys, that's massive. That is so like now these people can make these investments and not have to worry about so much stuff like taxes and like the end game, you know, or shortcomings of taxes and stuff like that. Really deter some investors, whether it be family like offices and stuff like that, or just individuals. Like that's a big to do, guys. That's massive. Yeah, and you know, again, I don't know how many of you guys did this. Have you guys watched Grayscale, BlackRock, and all that stuff? What I was telling you guys, if they're pushing for a spot, you know, Bitcoin ETF, if they want it, they're going to get it. Maybe this was the orchestrated push to get it where they want to get it before it happens.
Well, maybe that's why they dropped USDC $400 million.
Could be.
Get ready for all that.
Could like really, honestly, could be. And then it also sets it up for, stablecoin regulations, right? That gives the regulators in our space, at least for the U.S., Janet Yellen and all this other stuff, like all the reasoning they need to adopt USDC. Which, guys, don't kid yourself. USDC is the chosen stablecoin for the government. But anyway, it gives them all. It all lines up. And I'm definitely tinfoil hatting everything right now, but like.
It's too coincidental.
Yeah, there's way too much that just line up perfectly for anybody to think they're
also with the Bitcoin halving too, like when the interest rates drop after a while, and the market settles down, and then what's next? Bitcoin halving.
Yep. And now, what the other past couple of days, I do want to correct myself. I don't know. I've been saying year and a half for the halving. I think what I was saying that because we were looking at that circle chart. It's more like we looked it up. It's more like almost 2 years, like, right? It's like a year and 7 months or something like that till the halving technically. Yeah. So I guess I can still say it.
But people will be accumulating about 6 months before it happens, probably.
Exactly. Over the next year, once that year is done, guys, people will speculate and start accumulating much more. The trick to it all, not financial advice, is to be ahead of those people. So just something to think about, guys. Some interesting stuff to think about. Anything, that's all I really have right now. Let me also remind you guys, please go out and vote. There is a raw vote for you guys to vote on right now. Let me see if it pulls up here. The enabled, I don't know if we say this right. We're talking about, sorry, how do you guys say this? Axelar? What is the right way to say this? Come on, team. Axelar team.
Axelar.
How do you say this? You would think it is, right? Like that. It makes sense. Yeah. Axelar.
It's spelled like Axel, right?
Yeah. So. But we do have that, and then you also have the enable of Junoswap LPs. I know they were also trying to figure out like what they were going to do on their platform with the UST, incentives and stuff like that as well. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're purposely holding off on this so they can speed work and take that out? Hopefully they are.
Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they are, but yeah, guys, staking APR for raw still 110. Staking. You guys staking? What you guys do? Are you guys holding on? Or you guys just staked all of it? Said screw it.
Yeah, I just staked all of it.
Yeah, I staked 75% of it, kept 25% of it for LP pools. I'm the DGen, guys. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for these bottoms to get in this. When you're in LP pools, by the way, guys, the best time to get in these liquidity pools is the bottom of the markets, because there's only up from here. Or there, obviously there's the chance of it going back down. There's always a chance of it going back down. Obviously, hard lesson learned with Luna and UST. There's always that chance. But if you're getting in those positions, like, guys, you want to get in these pools when the upside far outweighs the downside momentum. But yeah, guys, that's what I got right now. Anything you guys want to talk about specifically in VC for some of these tokens, or in chat, guys? Did we miss any questions?
I didn't see any questions outside one guy asking if we're ever gonna bond for 14 days again because because of the whole situation that just took place. I personally don't think I'm gonna bond anything for 14 days again.
In
Not for a
LP
while,
pools
at least.
or in your, I mean, yeah, I guess bonding
LP.
is LPs, yeah. Just so much such terms, right? Like, um, I will. Hell yeah, I will. Like I just got done saying, like the time you want to get in LP pools is the bottom of bear markets. That's when you want to get in on LP pools, not at the top or the
True.
middle of bull runs. You want to get in on LP pools when the upside potential is far outweighing the downside potential. You know, you
Yeah,
got
but
to.
also, sorry, but also like staying liquid sometimes. If you're able to like take profits on the way up, there's usually always going to be more
Oh, for
movement
sure,
down, right?
for
So
sure. But like, I guess I should clarify. My assumption is always everybody's practicing proper risk management. Like again, when I get into LP pools, any one of my all of my positions, staking, LP pools, whatever they are. You guys got to understand, those are calculated percentages of my overall bag that I allocated for each one of those things. Like, Brandon and I were talking about, and I won't put out personal numbers that we were talking about. But like, let's just say, like, out of 100% of your capital that you've been holding off on, that you were going to use to buy assets that you're bullish on, you have to break down from those assets percent wise, and per your own risk reward strategy, what those percentages are on certain levels that you're going to deploy on what protocols that you want to deploy. Like again, for Osmosis, I've a lot of it. For Juno, for Atom, I have a lot of it staked right now. 20 something plus days staking locked up for long term. And then I also have, you know, let's just say 5,000 raw sitting waiting for LP that I have no problem locking up. I have 5,000 Osmosis again that I can go back and lock up at the bottom of the bear market, split between Atom and or maybe not. Maybe even I'll split it into something else, but split it up in an LP at the bottom of 14 days, no problem. Like no problem if I can get in because I'm practicing these things that I get in and use to get in these things. They're small portions of my whole portfolio, right? Like again, I'm just using 5,000 as an example and stuff like that. But they're small positions. I'm not telling you guys to go lock up your 100% portfolio in an LP pool for 14 days. That is super stupid. That is irresponsible. You get wrecked. That's all. Like anybody that was full degen, 100% in your position, locked up like that. Like that was you weren't practicing proper risk management. I'm not saying you got deserved to get wrecked because but you should have diversified. Even my stable coins, like I was saying, even my stable coins, which thank God saved me and a lot of stuff. I told you guys, I have stuff in BUSD, I have stuff in USDT, I have stuff in USDC, I had stuff in UST, but you can't just put it all in one stable. You can't put it all in one platform. You can't put it all in one protocol. You know what I'm saying? You have to spread it out. That's what saves your ass. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm good with putting it back into LP pools at these ranges. That's where you make a lot of money. That's where you make a ton of freaking money. And I'm also good with locking it up and stuff like, let's say like Stakely.io doesn't show the best ones, but let's be honest, like 200% basically. If I buy a bunch of this on the bottom of the bear market, just wait, it's gonna far outpace. Well maybe not. There's always again the chance, but in theory, it's gonna outpace the downwards momentum if I can get in on a good position by DCAing and buying this and then locking it up for the next year until we get back in to the next halving for Bitcoin. Same thing for you know Juno. Like, come on, guys. For Juno right now, it's still a good place, and especially with the Terra ecosystem possibly coming on over and stuff like that. Like, guys, we were like, if your thesis didn't change, if all that stuff didn't change, you were bullish for Juno back then. Like, you better be bullish on it when it's at basically its all-time low. Like, how can you not be? Don't let your
I have a quick
emotions change.
question.
Sure.
Where's your best spot to have your stable coin sitting somewhere and collecting interest before you go and spend it on something when stuff drops?
It just depends on what stablecoin it is. It depends.
Oh,
Yeah, it depends on what stablecoin. Like, obviously, like you could be. I don't. If you weren't there before, it's probably not beneficial for some of these now. But you could have been in, Celsius, you could have been in BlockFi and all stuff. But I will tell you right now, not your keys, not your coins. They are custodial. We just saw a big, big narrative about taking everything off custodial things because if these places go bankrupt, like
Yeah, you saw the
bankruptcy,
thing about Coinbase, right?
yeah, like that's still
Yeah.
like again, you got to remember that's always the risk when you put any of your stables to earn you interest and stuff like that on any of those platforms. So I don't want to say there's a best place because of that risk being there for all of them. And obviously, UST with Anchor, we saw with the DGen player, like there's that risk as well, right? So there is, like, in my humble opinion, there is no good place, like
Yeah,
good
single
place.
staking a stable coin that you can just pull in and out really fast is hard to find now.
Yeah, there is no good place. I have personally, I won't tell you guys my amounts, but they're pretty in comparison for most people. They're pretty decent amounts of like UST, GUSD, and USDC locked in between things like Celsius and BlockFi. But they've already changed. If you weren't already in there before, they've changed some of their BlockFi was like one of the first people to start jumping into shaking hands with the government and regulations and stuff like that. So they started changing the way that they go about doing their interest uh, arm. They don't. I don't even think you can. If you go on BlockFi right now, I don't even think they promote it. I don't even think that you can actually deposit in there some of these stables anymore and do it. It's kind of like if you weren't grandfathered in, forget about it. And Celsius is right behind them, and other places as well. We've already saw what happened with Crypto.com. Like all these places are just deleveraging or risking themselves with their interest, accounts and stuff like that. One, because of the market structure, and two, because of regulations. But yeah, so I don't know. Like honestly, in this market structure, the way I've always done things, guys, is you got to look at the assets that you're interested in. And I'm just using Atom because we're an IBC channel and stuff like that. But you could do this with other ones as well. You have to look at your assets because when you're in these kind of markets, the you have to buy something. It's not good to be in dollars long term, and it's not good when, especially in crypto, to hold on to stables and not have your assets, like you can consider it a stable, but your assets with your capital, which is your assets, right? Just being stagnant and on the sidelines, not doing anything. It's always, you always want to be in a position where whatever you're holding is working for you. So when we're dipping low like this in a bear market, my strategy has always been to get into an asset that will perform well, whether it be like through inflation token structure or development that's happening on their platforms, or potential development that's happening in the upcoming years for them, and then also like they're staking APR. Like again, I keep saying this with SifChain is a great example. SifChain is such a great example. You're at 200%. If you can catch this right now and get into your asset, have that asset work for you, and then of course like that, like you know, uh, Rowan's not the best example for this, but for Juno or Atom or anything like that, you can get into positions which obviously Atom doesn't have nearly as close as an APR reward, annualized reward ratio compared to Juno, or even Osmosis doesn't have nearly, especially close to that 1/3 happening here soon, or that thirding happening here soon. But you're still getting a great right now current APR annualized return. Also, that exposes you to airdrops. Like again, I told you guys I'm taking the DGen play personally with grabbing Atom because that's exposing me to the Go airdrop and also other airdrops in the future. Yes, it doesn't have a great analyzed return, but I get incentives for holding Atom long term. And I believe in my thesis, and I believe, in my thought process of the Cosmos ecosystem being the best ecosystem by far. I gave you guys my example the other day. This past year, from just what me holding Atom, like I was exposed to over $100,000 worth of airdrops. I didn't realize $100,000, but I damn near realized about 75 to $80,000 worth of airdrops because I told you guys I take profits on airdrops all the time to ensure that I'm a winner, and then kind of let some of the portion of it ride as well. I don't count that as like something that is in cement. Bonuses or airdrops, I consider them like bonuses to your salary. They're not your over. Like you can't just go and say, "Can I take a loan out on the bank because I get bonuses every year?" No, they want to know your salary. So I don't like. I treat it the same way. They're just an added bonus. But let's be real. It's how the Atom or the Cosmos ecosystem works. I'm degenning into Atom again because of that thesis. I think it sets me up into a good position long term to benefit from. So that's, I mean, again, long answer to where is the best place to put your stable coin to, you know, put it to work. I think you should be using your stable coin to DCA into assets that are going to be able to put it to work. Because right now there is no single place to put your stable that's not overexposing you to unnecessary risk. Sorry, long answer, but you know, I need to get into more of these long-winded answers because I think a lot of people don't actually fundamentally know how to maneuver. Like I say, liquid and stuff like that, and I'm not coming down on anybody. Like I think a lot of people don't fully understand what it means to be liquid, to be fluid. You know, Luna pumping right now. Is it really? I don't know because I can't even see it on the chart.
Also, another note would be to, on just what you just went over, would be to keep the inflation rates. You know how like Juno is at 40% next year; it's going to drop. Same with Osmosis you were mentioning. So I always pay attention to that. I think Atom has a really low inflation rate,
Yeah,
so it does have low interest, but
Yep.
at least it's making money.
yeah, but yeah, I was gonna say that's the underlying, like it's making you money though, right? Like you need to be in positions, guys, to where anything that you're doing is making you money, and it's not just stagnant because we know what happens with stagnant water, right? You can't drink that water anymore. You know, you're gonna have to boil it to drink that water anymore. Same thing with your assets. Like you're gonna need to keep it fluid, keep it moving. Movement is what keeps you alive in life. Hell, you ever see somebody that lives a what am I thinking, Brad? I can't think of the word. You're a trainer.
Sedentary.
Sedentary lifestyle. They break
That's the
down.
best analogy I've like heard of all month with the water. By
Yep.
the way,
Yep. But it's true, right? Like anytime that you personally, physically, or your assets or whatever you're doing in life becomes stagnant, doesn't move, you're dying. Life is movement, and so is the markets. The markets are alive. You have to be able to move. You have to have it at all times, even if you're not moving. Like my Atom bags, my Juno bags. These are long-term plays. I'm holding them for 3 to 5 years. I told you guys, especially for Juno with the inflation rate, that was a great point. The first 3 years, the best time to stack your bags because after that it moves to just a percent. It goes from 40, what was it, to 20, to 20 to 10, and then it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 for the next 12 years. 3 years, the first 3 years, that's your chance. That's your chance. Like I'm not saying it could go to zero. We've seen some crazy stuff, but like if you're a long-term investor, you believe in your thesis, you've done your homework, you believe in permissionless smart contract platforms and the capability and the promise that it could possibly bring, like you'd be crazy to deviate from that. I think I'm crazy to deviate from this, so I'm long-term staking it right now. But the rewards for me locking it up, even though it's technically stagnant and locked there, it's still moving while it's there. It's making me money. It's. I said this before. I'm going to start doing giveaways because it's making me enough to where I could do giveaways, and I'm going to start doing giveaways. Can't do it right now, but I'm going to start doing it next week. To start giving back to the people because I'm fortunately in the position to start doing that. And I firmly believe that you get what you put out in life. And I want to give more than I ever receive in my life. And that's why I do this channel. And that's why I'm going to start doing giveaways to you guys. I want you guys to stick around. I want you guys to hear the message. I want you guys to be benefiting from these things, not just financially, but hopefully through your own, maneuvers, through your own decisions in your portfolio and stuff like that from the things that I say and produce. I'm not 100% right all the time, but I'll be damned if my portfolio doesn't reflect it. So, that's what I got today, guys. Unless anybody else wants to talk about things further, we can open it up to an AMA and invite anybody else that wants to come join us in the Discord. We're in general chat. Please be respectful to the rules that YouTube does have. No crazy comments. No, you guys get what I'm saying. No crazy comments. Please keep, or else I'm just going to kick you. I won't even give you a chance. I'll just kick you. But yeah, I'm going to open up because that's basically all I got. I'm just going to keep ranting if I don't open it up for everybody else. What's up, Nash? What's up, Pardesh? Be water, my friends. Bruce Lee, one of my favorite quotes, and it's such a true one. Be water, my friends.
I saw the video that Jacob posted about not being able to possibly make payroll. That's kind of sad.
But he was just being transparent. Again, and one of the big reasons why I promote him so much, and I like him so much. I mean, he's very controversial because people will be like, he talks a lot. Hell, I talk a lot, but he's very transparent. And he's honest about the risk that is out there right now. First, actually, let's talk about that, guys. Do you guys believe that USDT is gonna depeg? Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for that $2. Guys in chat.
Yes and no.
What do you
Yes.
mean by why do you think that?
So if we do get like crazy volatility, there's probably a pretty good chance it might depeg, but not by a lot. I mean, it already depegged right when we had this crazy volatility. It depegged a little bit, but like
I literally think that protocol can outprint anything that happens unless the network itself on it goes down. So
I agree with
that's the
that.
only worry with that thing.
That's so. What do you think, Brad? Before I gave what I'm going to do is just kind of retouch on what I said yesterday. But what do you think, Brad?
I can't really comment much on USDT. I've never really looked into how it, stays on peg and.
I read their
or
white
anything.
paper, but I really didn't like the part in it where it said they're literally not backed by anything.
Yeah, well, so if you guys go into doing it's a very deep rabbit hole, but I'll give you guys some bullet points or whatnot. When we talk about USDT, which is it's by far the biggest stable in the space. If I will agree that there is that risk that if it ever did depeg and collapse, go offline, whatever it is, that's what we're talking about. Like, you think you've seen pain? You ain't seen nothing if that happens. Nothing. But so USDT, they do have holdings. They have a reserve, but a lot of their reserve is in what's called paper. They have paper debt. This is it's kind of like the traditional market. It's not an actual. It's just an IOU. It's other companies and other big hedge funds and stuff like that saying yeah. No, we got it. It's a bunch of promises, just like the traditional market, which leads me to saying exactly what I said yesterday. If you read the white paper, you can tell that they can definitely print as much as they want, when they want, how much, whenever they want. So it's in my humble opinion, the exact same comparison to USD in crypto. We have the largest stable coin, which is just a basic representative of USD, being considered what it is in crypto, pretty much holding up crypto right now. And I think at any given time, things like this happen. This why, again, this is not the first time things like this happen. Look, at the peg is still at 99.99999. Like, it could print indefinitely if they needed to without anybody's. And they've also never been really audited by a true third party audit. They could just print out of nowhere. Oh, it's not like UST. It's not like Luna. They can just go, oh yeah, we'll just print this much because we need this much to bring it back to the peg. They can do that at any given time. So yes, I agree that the fear is there. That's something that could technically happen, but they've the longest player, one of the longest players when it comes to stablecoins in the game. They've gone through this before. They'll just do it again. They're just they'll just print their way out of it, kind of thing. So I'm not necessarily worried about it. I'm not really necessarily worried about it. Yeah, that's just my thoughts about it. You guys?
What are your thoughts on DAI?
DAI is really. Do I have it? Yeah, I do have it up here. So DAI right now, you can see went through same thing right here. But DAI is, in my opinion, has been battled. Look at this. This is daily. We've gone through these as well. This goes back to September 2021. DAI is still alive as well.
You know what? The only reason why they're probably still around right now is because they changed their chain off of an algo peg.
Yeah.
Only.
Oh, hell yeah. So I want to believe in algorithm stablecoins. I really do. And being in DeFi, and being one of those people that highly promote decentralized platforms and stuff like that, I play around there all the time. I would much rather see, I'm rooting for development to happen to where we could actually have an algorithmic stablecoin that actually sticks. I really want that to happen, but it's like when you look at the mechanisms and the technology that we have so far. I mean, it's not UST wasn't the first time, and you guys know Doe. Like a lot of people brought it to light now. I mean, I knew it before. He was in a project before that failed. Like this isn't, like, and it's not just him. Like multiple times, people have tried to do algorithmic stablecoins that just, for a lot of different reasons, the mechanisms and the protocols that try to bring it back to peg and stuff like that, they just don't work out. It's hard to think with what we have right now that in the next year or two there's going to be an algorithmic stablecoin based on the technology or based on the roadmap that they've been doing it. I will say again, like we said earlier, Comdex has a really interesting way with their. Oh wow! I just saw this guy just fall with some construction workers fall with something that's funny. Anyway, I shouldn't be laughing at somebody else. They're trying to move a big steel walkway frame, and like it's two small guys, and the whole thing just fell on them. It had to hurt. It had to hurt. Anyway, but going back to my point, I don't see it happening. I see it happening soon, but I don't see it happening before the next bull market. And I think right now, whether it be something like CMDX is trying to do or something like DAI, where they, obviously came off because they realized the risk that algorithmically pegged stablecoins held. I think right now that things like DAI, things and I'm trying to think of it. It's in Osmosis. What am I trying to think? Euro, where they're actually, they're actually been audited and they actually have reserves to match dollar for dollar. At least from what I've seen, those are the way to go right now. Like, I'm in USD again. Like I said, USDT, USDC. I have GUSD. I have a little bit of NGM, but like I'm really skeptical about algorithmic stablecoins at this moment. I'm hopeful for CMDX though.
I'm not risking it ever again. Like what I went through in these last few days, thinking I was safe taking profits into a quote unquote stable coin, man. I don't know, man. Like it's not something I want to go through again. Like if it means I'm gonna be part of the problem, supporting the centralized stable coins, then I guess I'm just gonna have to be selfish on that one. I can't risk it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, same. So, I mean, I allocated a certain amount again. For some people, it might seem like a lot, but for my portfolio, I'll be honest because I moved it right. I can just tell you guys to be totally transparent. I had about 35, anywhere around there, $1,000 sitting in Anchor, in UST, which I took a little bit of an L, but I can't. Like it doesn't matter. Like Near was saying they didn't do it, but they were saying that they were gonna give a high APR. Did they actually? I never did actually follow up to that. Did Near do that? Did they give a like double digit return rate on their interest? Like they were gonna do that, right? Or did they just not do that entirely? I forget. I don't even know. I didn't even have time to keep track of that stuff. But I don't think I'm ever. I'm right there with you, Brent. I don't think I could ever do it again. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people again. That's I think the biggest damage that happened. I don't want to say the biggest because financially that was huge for a lot of people, but the trust factor for algorithmic stable coins have really been damaged with what just recently happened with UST Luna. Like I think that was like, you know, the lasting effect that we're gonna be feeling for a long, long time. Jordan says,
Agreed.
hard agree, taking profits in Bitcoin from now on. Can Delta neutral short my spot buys if need the stability? Yep. At this stage, I don't care that USDC is the centralized. I like keeping my money. Yeah, exactly right. Like I think people at this point, again, as degen as we all are, as much as we want to be decentralized and stuff like that. Like I think when you take that much amount of money from people, like you'll quickly go back to saying, no, I'm okay with it. Like I'm
Yeah,
not laughing, but
because
you will quickly go back to saying, no, I'm cool.
it's a straight up betrayal, like what we all felt. You know, the people who were ready and they were proactively taking profits, like you preach on this channel, and like taking it into UST because we're, you know, the IBC gang, we're in the Cosmos ecosystem. We all got betrayed essentially. You know, I'm sure, like, obviously, I'm not sure. I know the people in Luna took the brunt of it, but a lot of us that weren't even exposed to Luna got absolutely destroyed by this UST situation, and the ones that were lucky, and I don't. It's hard to even say lucky because we were put in a position where we had to actually go through an emotional like loss on our profits,
Yeah.
and it's hard to prepare for that. Like, you can prepare for taking a loss on volatile assets, but taking a loss on UST was something. It was something completely different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's, and that's I've been to bloodbaths and stuff like that, but like I think that's the key thing that makes this so much more hurtful for a lot of people. Is just, a lot of people were being responsible. Like, actually, a lot of people were actually. I guess you. I don't want to say this too because you guys. I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. I was there, but I was there too. So this applies to me. Like, yeah, we took the risk too. It's still it's a algorithmic stablecoin, so like there was that risk there attached to it already, and there was some writing on the wall for a few things. Like Doge being that cocky was one of the first things that I didn't like, and secondly, telegraphing or yeah, just basically telegraphing his positions at all times and taunting, basically centralized, whether it be Wall Street or entities that have far more capital and far more sway, was definitely not a good look either. And then to like basically expose the weaknesses, like I never really felt comfortable, and anybody that knows me and has been, you know, in our Discord for any amount of time or watching the show knows that I've showed you guys Kava, I've showed you guys Anchor, I've showed you guys all kinds of other things, and I've said it every single time. I don't borrow against my assets. I don't do that, especially not in those kind of those things. Maybe CMDX again. I keep saying this. I'm not promoting them. I'm not being paid by them at all either, guys. But that's a little different. But like with my stable coins, I never borrow against my stable coins. And expose myself, like the whole mechanism of and the way that Anchor was ran. Always, I was there trying to benefit from the high interest rate that they're promoting, but being able to just take off without locking it up at any given time and then borrow against your assets, like there was no safety mechanism there. There was no safety net there at all for the peg. Like, it never made any sense to me, no matter how many times people like told me, oh, it was the chosen child. Like, yeah, I risked a little bit for the biscuit because of the APR or APY interest rate reward, but that never made any sense to me. And it still doesn't make sense to me at all. And somebody just exposed it. I always tell you guys, be the abuser in the relationship between your assets and your capital. What realistically just happened, guys, and I cannot hate the player or the game if I'm being true to that. They just abused the relationship between their assets and their capital far better than anybody else ever thought of. And I can't fault them for that. That's all they did.
This situation kind of reminds me of like what happened in 2018 when I had like 25 GPUs running and I went through about 10,000 Ethereum and I was trying to hold a big chunk of it, but my living situation fell apart because I was living with 4 other people and they all lost their jobs at the same time. So I had to scrap 10 cars and sell all our parts and move and all that stuff. And we never picked, and I never picked back up until just this last year. Yep. So I've experienced one of these. I've experienced one of these kinds of like losses before. Yeah. It's pretty shitty. You look back and you're like, fuck.
The hindsight's even more shadier too, to be honest with you. I'm sorry, YouTube, I shouldn't swear, but it is. It's pretty shady when hindsight quarterback, and or hindsight positioning your portfolio. Like, don't do it, guys. Like, you can learn from it and all that stuff, but like, don't linger there. That's a bad place to linger.
Oh yeah, I call the training shoes. Just wear them.
Yeah, just wear them. Just wear them. You'll grow out of them. You'll grow out of them, and you won't remember. Like, hopefully you won't go back into them ever again. It's funny, yeah. Ooh, I had about 30 25 to 30 GPUs just recently mining as well. Like, yeah, it was just fun times. Fun times. I don't want to think hindsight. Hindsight's killing me. Guys, that's all I got. That's all I got. It's been about normal time. Normal, maybe not. I don't know. Have we gone over 2 hours now? I don't even know. But that's all we got for today, guys. It's Friday. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my time here. I'll be posting on Twitter. If you guys haven't followed us on Twitter, Nick, if you can drop that Twitter link, please do so. If you guys haven't followed me personally on Twitter as well, you can see my Twitter portfolio here, guys. It's just crypto tank underscore. You guys can follow me there as well. I'll be posting some stuff and my thoughts about what's currently happening out there. If you guys want to follow each other, join our Discord. We're pretty active there, guys. And then again, if you guys haven't done us a huge favor, like the video before you guys leave and subscribe. Gentlemen, it was a pleasure. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Get out of here. Beat it.
Peace out.
Get out, guys. Beat it. Go home. Or go do something. Touch grass.